Welcome home, Jackie. You know your father was obsessed with the darkness? Built this home on sacred ground, filled it with darkness relics. He meddled with things he didn't understand. His pathetic attempt to control what he could not.
What the hell are you talking about?
He never told you, did he? No. It drove him insane before you were old enough to understand. He reached out to us many years ago. He'd heard of the siphon and was desperate to find it. Your father wanted a cure for the darkness. He wanted a cure for his little boy. Isn't that sweet?
Bullshit!
He promised us the darkness if we found the siphon, Jackie. It took us almost 2 decades, but we found the siphon. Now we're here to collect his debt to us. Now we have the darkness, and this world will burn and kneel before its true God! Keep clinging to what little dark essence is left inside you. I can sense it leaving you as I speak. Even if you survive this, I just have to wait until your batteries run out. Please take care of our little friend here. When he is broken, bring him to me.
A darkling? That's the best you can do? Give it to me, you
Darkness is out.
Go tear someone apart now!
Come on, Jackie, let's see if you have the nerve!
This ought to be interesting.
What's that, bollocks?
Do you think you can hide from me?
Let's crack some heads! Get off! No, not again!
Just like in the past! Don't think you can escape.
I found this over there.
Your weakness will explode. This is all.
Yes! Present for you, monkey.
Die, Estacado.
I gotta get me a shield, too.
You're here somewhere.
Can we go tear someone apart?
Don't give up now, Jack.
Final wretch.
Something here.
This ought to be interesting. Join us.
Take me!
Another pathetic error. Show your face, pretty boy! Come with me!
Back up, Jackie!
The horse is over there! Are you close? Because I think you are!
I can...
Darkling ahoy!
I see it!
Join us in chat.
Don't give up now, Jack.
How did you do that?
Look out!
It was on the trigger, bro. He's close, but...
I'm not too fond of
I know
heights.
you're here, Piggy.
Please push me down.
Can't see it.
Darklings ain't meant to fly.
The host is here!
Control that thing, Jackie. As it control you, you disappear.
It's the host!
You're gonna destroy me.
Hide from all of us?
That's the stuff, monkey. Oh, that looks nasty. Oh, let's do some random mischief. Pop gun, don't you think, monkey? Can we go tear someone apart now?
Run! Get away from the light.
Let's fucking go!
It's too late to stop, Jackie.
Oh, let's do some random mischief. Ready for action!
Surrender or die, Jackie!
Jackie. This charade has gone on long enough. This instrument wasn't only designed to contain the darkness, it can also destroy the host. Truly destroy the host.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna rip you apart and take it.
And what then? What would you do with it? You're not thinking about giving it to the darkness, are you? Do you have any idea what would happen?
You know, I could tell you, but it'd be easier just to show you.
You are reborn, brother!
And the darkness!
You are born again in darkness, brother.
I won't die! I want more!
From the ashes you return, my brother!
Give me the darkness! You're done, Jackie! Your fate!
No! Don't give it to the darkness! Please! It will destroy us all! I shall return for you, Jackie.
Take the siphon. Give me its power.
You are nothing! You are unworthy! The siphon will consume you, torture you, send you straight to hell!
That's the plan. So, this is the one thing that can kill me. Here goes nothing.
Now! Dare defy me!
You were never in control. I'm coming for Jenny. Then I'm coming for you.
Jackie, please. It hurts so much.
Hey, Jackie, wake up.
He don't look so good.
Jeez, maybe it was something he ate. Hey, Jackie, you eat something bad?
I ate a clown one time. He tasted funny.
No. No, goddammit! This isn't right! The siphon killed me! I should be in hell!
Jackie, you okay? Holy shit, Dr. James!
Fuck you! You're not real. None of this is real. It's just a fucking distraction. Something to keep me from the darkness. I need to get out of here.
Dr. James, it's Jackie. Quick!
I need to get to hell!
Come on, Jackie. It's gonna be okay. Dr. James!
Everything's okay, Jackie. No one's going to hurt you. Hold him, please, Edward.
Sure thing, Dr. James.
You're not real! None of this is real! It's all just one of its tricks, but I'm not buying it. You got that? Tell your boss that I'm not buying any of this!
There's no conspiracy, Jackie. You're in a hospital. You're not well. And we just want to help you.
Where is Jenny?
Go tell Jenny she's going to have a visitor.
I'm on it.
Hold him down. Jackie, this is for your own good. There. It's all right now. You've had a bad dream, and we're going to make you feel better. You want to see Jenny? We'll bring you to her office. I think she'll calm you down.
Come on, Jackie. It's gonna be okay.
What's wrong? Is he dying?
We have ways of making him talk. Take him away and have him executed.
Is everything okay here? What happened?
No. No fucking way. I just killed you.
Doctor, I'm afraid Jackie is experiencing severe withdrawal from his medication. He says the darkness is back talking to him again. He thinks he may be in hell.
You're not a doctor. You're the head of the Brotherhood. And you're dead.
It's okay, Jackie. You've had an episode. The voice you think you hear is just your brain playing tricks on you.
Bullshit. I just watched you die.
Jackie, listen to me. It's important. Do you hear the darkness now?
No. It went quiet.
Good. I think the sedative's having an effect, okay? Let's take Jackie to see Jenny, please.
Johnny, you gotta help me.
Jackie, none of this is real.
I know that.
This way, monkey! The only way out is up!
Jackie, get back here!
Hey, Jackie! This way!
Stop him! Jackie, get back here!
Wait, no! Don't go up there, please! You'll just get...
I had a good run. Knew the risks. Made my choice. Oh, I'm gone for good this time. Good luck, monkey. Try not to fuck it up, eh?
Damn it, Jackie! Okay, Jackie. Let's just stay calm. Dr. Vic is trying to help you.
Jackie? Jackie! Oh, God. Please come away from there. You're going to get hurt.
You're not Jenny!
Jackie! This isn't a game. If you die here, you are really dead. It's over.
No, you're wrong. I die here, I go to hell.
Jackie, you're trapped in a delusional cycle, and we're trying to help you break free of it.
Jackie, please don't do this. I want to help you.
You're just some kind of trick of the darkness. You're not the real Jenny.
Jackie, listen to me. There is no darkness. You don't have special powers. If you jump, it's over. You die. Heaven or hell, you're gone. I don't want to lose you. We want you to get well again. You've got to take your medicine. Don't you want to stay with me?
I want to be with Jenny. Hold on, baby. I'm coming.
Jackie, you found your way here.
Jenny? Is that really you?
no consequence!
We'll see about that.
You are not.
Please, Jackie. Make it stop.
Hold on, baby. I'm coming.
You must not! Except you are nothing! Guilt consumes you! She will never leave here.
Jackie!
It will not be set free.
No! You cannot!
Watch me.
It lies. You will not have my power!
I already do.
Jetty's gone! Accept your fate! Not what you do! Doom yourself!
She's worth it.
Jackie, you did it.
I didn't mean for this to happen. Any of this.
Shh. We don't have much time.
love you, Jackie Estacado. No matter what happens, I always will. I'm so sorry.
Sorry? Jenny, I'm the one who should be... Jenny?
We are the Angelus. The world has gone too long without my light. Oh, yes. It's been so long.
Where's Jenny?
Don't worry. She's still in here. And after all you put her through, she still loves you. But she knows what must be done.
Give her back to me.
Don't you understand, Jackie? Jenny's soul wasn't the only thing trapped here. It was you who gave her to me.
I won't fight you.
What makes you think I'm even going to give you the chance? You have become too powerful a host. Caused too much suffering. You and it are now where you belong.
No! No!
Jackie, you did...
Think back... Holy shit, Jackie, this is big. This is really big. You know how the siphon of the Angelus was designed to hold the darkness? Well, this is the prism of the brothers, and it's meant to hold the Angelus. After the darkness escaped the siphon, the Brotherhood vanished for a long time. So long, in fact, it was believed that they disbanded. But no, the siphon of the Angelus had been lost to them. Without it, they couldn't make good on their plan to shroud the world in darkness. Instead, they decided to burn the world with light, so they built this. When the darkness and Angelus re-emerged during World War II, the Brotherhood was waiting for them. Don't ask me how, because I sure as hell got no idea, but the Brotherhood defeated the Angelus, trapping her inside the prison. Okay? Where, according to legend, she remains today. But here's the thing, Jackie. I'm looking at this prism right now, and I'm not picking up a thing. No holy essence, no dark magic, nothing. The Angelus is not inside the prism. In fact, it never even touched it. If I can be honest, this scares the living fuck out of me. The Angelus has not been seen on our world in 70 years. We thought it was because she was trapped in this, but she's not, Jackie. She's still out there. Where the fuck is she? You want to know how the Brotherhood got to be the fun-loving psychos they are today? It's all thanks to you. Well, thanks to the darkness. There was one time, only one time, that the Brotherhood succeeded in trapping the darkness, and it drove them insane. The darkness is not to be fucked with, and even when in prison, it is a force to be reckoned with. For decades, the Brotherhood watched over the siphon, the darkness stirring within it, perverting their minds. It wasn't long before the Brotherhood decided the only way to save the world was to destroy it. Gee, wonder who gave them that idea. there was one brother who stood firm against the taint. No, not that kind of taint. Get your mind out of the gutter. Focus! His faith was so ironclad, the darkness couldn't touch him. When he learned what his fellow brothers planned to do, he knew there was only one option. He set the darkness free. Now, this didn't make the Angelus happy. No, she returned to the earth just so she could deliver the granddaddy of all smitings. That one faithful brother was reduced to ash just moments after he'd saved the world. The Angelus's rage burned so hot, it consumed the brother's soul entirely. He stopped the Brotherhood from destroying all creation, and in return, he became the first human to ever beat non-existence. In all of heaven and earth, the only thing left of him are these ashes. The ashes of the unnamed. Kinda lends credence to that saying, no good deed goes unpunished. Wow, okay, shit, where do I start? What you got here is the first. As you can guess by its name, this thing goes way back, like way back, to the beginning. You're a good Catholic boy, so I know you remember the story of Cain and Abel, how Abel was like, oh, God loves me, and Cain was like, jealousy, wham, and killed him with this. That's right, you're the new proud owner of Murder Stick #1, so congrats, I guess. Now, the story goes that God was so pissed that he marked Cain, set him walking the earth forever, unable to die, but that's only half true. See, Cain brought murder into our world, back in when it was, still new and teeming with free-range evil. This made him a target for certain dark influences, if you catch my emphasis. Even if Cain was a brother-murdering jackass, God wasn't going to let the darkness run a train on him, so he made Cain unkillable. As you know, the darkness deals in death. If Cain couldn't die, the darkness couldn't take him. Not a bad move on God's part. But God doesn't just hand out free prizes, especially for murdering your brother. So he set Cain to a task, cleaning up all that leftover darkness from before creation. Unfortunately for Cain, unkillable did not mean immortal, but that's a different story altogether. You can't tell by looking at it, but this simple strip of iron is one of the worst torture devices ever devised. It's one of the 12 infamous purification rituals used by the Brotherhood the first time they ever tried to steal the darkness. The Brotherhood simply referred to it as the Fourth, but over time it earned the name the Silent Night. It's easy to see why. Long time ago, the Brotherhood stole a darkness host at birth. They then raised him as one of their own, only to torture and kill him in an attempt to force the darkness out. This strip was forced into that unfortunate host's mouth, keeping it open. It was then wrapped around his jaw, leaving a slit where his tongue was inserted. The gag was then slowly tightened. The first thing it did was slice off the host's tongue, but then the gag was tightened further, and it completely shattered and dislocated his jaw. You think that's horrible? Keep in mind, the host had yet to manifest the darkness. He didn't know what he was. The Brotherhood had raised him since birth to believe he was one of their own. Imagine, the only family you've ever known, subjecting you to the most painful, degrading acts they can imagine, and they don't even tell you why. I don't want to sound like I'm going soft, but it seems to me like that'd be the worst torture of all. Anyway, the darkness manifested right as the host's jaw snapped. They say it killed every person within a league of the Brotherhood's monastery that day. Then, the host vanished, never to be seen again. Oh, we don't even know his name. Listen, I'm gonna tell you about this particular relic, but you gotta promise me something. No matter what I tell you, you can't let this get weird, okay? Okay? Okay. This is the reliquary of the Blessed Blood. It is said to contain a relic of untold worth, an object of unfathomable holiness, a preserved piece of flesh from the Messiah himself. Yes, that's right. We're talking about the foreskin of Jesus Christ. Except, here's the thing. There is someone's foreskin inside this reliquary. It just didn't belong to the holy member. It actually belonged to a guy named Miles from South Hamiltonshire. Don't ask how I know this. I just do. I'm an occultist, all right? Just forget about the foreskin. The foreskin is a distraction. There was nothing important about the foreskin, and we should both just forget it ever happened. Moving on. The container is what is so important here, okay? See, the darkness isn't the only power the Brotherhood wants to harness. They're just as interested in the Angelus. This reliquary was their first attempt to create a vessel that could hold the Angelus. It was a total failure. All it did was piss off the Angelus, and when she's pissed, she does like to burn things. Still, there's dark magic in here. Magic best hidden from certain people. And turning it into a impossibly ridiculous foreskin holder was a good way to do that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go scrub my memory with bleach and steel wool. Oh, you'll appreciate this, being a former altar boy and all, I assume. And this is the head of Pope John the 12th. Well, the shrunken head. At least, I hope it's been shrunk. If not, then I imagine he had trouble wearing his Pope hat. Anyways, turns out Lil John here was the only Darkness host to ever become Pope, which would explain why he's considered one of the worst popes of all time, though, ironically, not one of the worst hosts. You'd think the Darkness would have used the papacy to run rampant, but honestly, John the 12th spent most of his time disemboweling his deacons and boning up on the ladies. Actually, never mind. Now that I think about it, he did summon a few not-so-minor lust demons into the Vatican, then turned it into a brothel. And by brothel, I mean charnel house, a.k.a. place where dead bodies are dug up and stored after their graves are more or less desecrated. So, yeah, Pope John XII was a huge dick, in more ways than one. Small side note, I have it on good authority that 3 of those demons are still around doing their thing. So, do yourself a favor and never take a naked tour of the Sistine Chapel. Not that they offer one, still, just don't. Ew. Oh, you feel that? This thing's hitting an 11 out of 10 on my creepy meter. Just being near it feels like I got worms under my skin. Worms that are creeped out as I am because they got worms under their skin. Am I painting a clear enough picture? You may look at this and see an iron mask. Just a common torture device used to humiliate someone. It didn't cause any physical pain. It was just a symbol. If a person was dirty, their mask looked like a pig. If they fucked around, it looked like something that fucked around. I don't know, a rabbit. Okay, now if you look closely at this mask, you'll see it kind of looks like a demon. Makes sense since it was worn by a former Darkness host. Maybe you heard of him? Vlad the Impaler, better known as Dracula. Not many people can claim they were the source material for a famous monster. In fact, I only know of 2. This guy and Helen Keller. What you don't realize is that this mask isn't creepy because Vlad wore it. It's creepy because he wore it voluntarily. He wanted everyone to know exactly who was coming to impale them on a giant fucking spike. And just to add insult to an insanely painful mortal injury, do you know what he named his mask? The Mark of Cain. As if to say, that's right, bitches, I'm unkillable. This might be the most fashionable fuck you in the history of man. Okay, Jackie, time for a quick history lesson. Buddhism was founded by Siddhartha Gautama. I don't even know if that's the right pronunciation, just go with it. Siddhartha led an extraordinary life, but for our purposes, his death is what's important. History says Siddhartha announced his imminent death at the age of 80. Immediately after making this announcement, he ate his last meal. It was an offering made by a blacksmith. Siddhartha then became ill and died. Obviously there was more to it, but I'm not here to teach Religion 101. Those are the main points. Before dying, Siddhartha made sure his followers knew that the blacksmith had nothing to do with his death, because, from all accounts, Siddhartha was a pretty stand-up guy. Unfortunately, he was way off on this one. The blacksmith totally poisoned him. And that's not all. He also gave Siddhartha water from his pitcher. This pitcher. As you can guess, this is no normal pitcher. This pitcher works like a soul pump. Drinking out of it creates a mystical vacuum inside the jar. Stop drinking, and your soul is whooshed into the clay, where it remains until the magic is broken. The magic on this relic is unbelievably strong. It's held for over 2,000 years, and that's why this relic has earned the name Siddhartha's Tears, because Siddhartha is still trapped inside. Who'd do such a thing to such a nice guy like Siddhartha? I think you already know. The darkness is the enemy of peace and unity. Its wrath is not always violent, but it is cold and unyielding, just like Siddhartha's tears. Or the Red Sox. Ah, the crescent of the sun, considered by many to be the greatest mystery and biggest letdown of the past millennium. You know, if you don't count Rocky V. The crescent was wielded by the Angelus approximately 800 years ago for half an hour. She claimed it was forged from a single drop of the sun's flame, that it would bring about the final end of the darkness. What she forgot to mention, however, is how the crescent would do this, which is important because she never got a chance to use it. Carrying it into battle against the darkness, she was immediately disemboweled. A bit anticlimactic for sure, but it only gets worse. A few years later, the crescent was rediscovered by a holy warrior. Once again, the blade was wielded against the darkness. This time, it even managed to get a few good swings. But you know what? The blade passed through the darkness, like a knife through water. Later, after monks recovered the crescent from the warrior's corpse, it was tested against multiple targets. Turns out the blade passes through all matter. People, stone, trees, kittens, just whoosh, goes right through. No harm, no foul. Could be only the Angelus can wield the crescent, but if so, why has she never tried to reclaim it? Personally, I think the Angelus talked a big game. It was just as surprised as everyone else when the crescent turned out to be worthless. Which begs the question, where did the crescent come from? I got no idea, but I hope she kept the receipt. Now this is the good stuff. The Abysmal Maw. Dark magic at its sexiest. Jeez, I'm getting hot just looking at it. The Abysmal Maw, or the Mawsome, as I like to call it, was carved directly from the gates of hell. Grip it in your right hand, then say the magic words, and the maw will unleash a blast of pure hellfire. Do you know what hellfire does? It destroys everything! And everything it destroys goes straight to hell. You could have killed Mother Teresa with this, and she she even would have burned for eternity. The thing is, every time you use the maw, it burns away part of your soul as well. Most people only get 3 or 4 blasts before they wake up in hell. Theoretically, a darkness host could probably use it ad nauseum, since your soul is already kinda in hell. Unfortunately, the maw no longer works because someone misplaced the magic words. Records show the Brotherhood were the last users of the maw, sometime around World War II. That means it's their fault that the world is far less awesome than it used to be. It almost makes me want to cry! Maybe next time before you tear 5 or 10 of them apart, you could, I don't know, ask if they remember the words? Okay. Jeez. First off, holy shit. Second, do you know what these are? These are Af and Hema. That ring any bells? No? Okay. Well, then let me put it this way. There are 6 angels of death. You are currently holding 2 of them. Yeah. Okay. Their names are Af and Hema. Roughly, they translate to wrath and anger. It was on the 7th level of heaven that God bound Af and Hema with chains of fire and shadow, which was no small feat, mind you. These weren't your run-of-the-mill chubby cherubs. The Af and Hema were roughly the size of a large volcano and packed 10 times the firepower, all right? Then again, God being God, I guess it wasn't really a fair fight, but whatever, I'm getting off topic, okay? As the story goes, the Angelus asked God for a weapon to aid her war against the darkness. God was in a giving mood that day, so he reforged Af and Hema into the flames of creation, all right? Tempering them down into blades. These blades, these right here. Now, some say the angels are still alive within the blades, and I tend to agree. Try all you like, but you can't separate them. Try taking only one of them out of this room. It might slip out of your hand, or you might just drop dead of a stroke. Now, you never know, but they will not be parted. We're talking peanut butter and jelly. Ham and cheese level of commitment here, man. Somewhere, somehow, Af and Hema are still bound by the chains of fire and shadow. I hope you're not in a good mood, because if you are, I promise this is gonna shit all over it. This is the Lantern of St. Anthony, possibly the most misidentified item ever created. I don't mean people look at this lamp and say, that is a very luminescent club sandwich. What I mean is, most people see this lantern as a symbol of hope, but really, it's a symbol of soul-crushing despair. Now, the outer casing is only 80 years old, but the light inside the lantern goes back, about 1,000 years. In her war against the darkness, the Angelus sought an ever-burning light. She gathered the souls of 100 children butchered by the darkness, and bound them within a glass sphere. This combined lightness of being produced a blindingly powerful light, but only when the dead children felt like it. Turns out kids are fickle little bitches. The Angelus abandoned the sphere, totally apathetic towards the children still trapped inside. The sphere remained lost for quite some time until it was discovered by St. Anthony, the patron saint of lost things. Go figure! Anthony fastened it onto a lantern, believing it to be a gift from God. He was convinced the light would guide a traveler home, but usually it just led them over a cliff or into a bog. So yeah, St. Anthony used this lantern to unknowingly kill hundreds of innocent travelers, all because the Angelus thought the imprisoned souls of murdered children would make a cool weapon. Yay! Jackie, let me introduce you to Enoch, great-great-great-great-grandson of Adam, great-grandfather to Noah, and the only guy who knows how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. I'm sure he'd say hi, but as you can see, he's dead. Enoch's a special guy. If not for him, we'd only know a teeny-tiny little smidgen of what we do about heaven, hell, and all those weebly-wobbly bits in between. How did he learn all this stuff? Well, if you read the Bible, it says that Enoch walked with God. What does that mean? Fuck if I know! I don't know, the Bible doesn't say. It just says, poof, no more Enoch. Next verse. This is why I don't read the Bible. I do, however, read the secret histories. And it's there that we learn Enoch actually ascended to heaven, where he apparently took some night classes, because the next time we see him, he's back on Earth, busy being the world's foremost expert on all things occult and supernatural. Do you know how many other people have been invited to heaven just for a visit? 0! Seriously, they loved him up there. So much, in fact, that upon his death, a heavenly host descended from the clouds simply to inscribe his skull with the language of angels. That's the markings you see. No one has ever been able to decipher them. But when the skull is placed in absolute darkness, the markings emit a faint singing noise, which is kind of a cool thing. I don't know if you've looked inside this box, but the ashes in here? Yeah. Definitely a dead guy. In fact, I think this dead guy used to be Cain. First son of Adam and Eve, formerly of Cain and Abel, that guy. Now, there are 2 theories about what happened to Cain. The first claims that he married his sister and built a house, where they lived until the day it collapsed, killing him. And honestly, that's so fucking boring I almost believe it. The second theory, however, claims Cain wandered the world for 100 years. See, God had set him on a path of atonement. So, alone, armed with nothing but his murder stick, Cain fought to rid our world of darkness. And by all accounts, he was pretty good at it. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, this is the guy who invented murder, fratricide, and hate crime all in one go. Obviously, he had talent. But talent won't get you very far against the darkness. Cain had heard of a woman called the Sister of Light. We know her as the Angelus. Cain tracked her down, seeking an ally against the darkness. Thing is, the Angelus is one nasty bitch. Real stickler for the rules. 100 years couldn't remove the stench of Abel's blood, so when the Angelus got a whiff of Cain, she burned him on the spot. Seeing as how I'm holding a box of his ashes, I'm inclined to believe the second theory. You know, this isn't the first time the Brotherhood has tried to take the darkness. Yeah, things look bleak right now, but believe it or not, they've done worse. A lot worse. It was a long time ago. So far back, no one knew the Brotherhood even existed. They'd been around, but necessity required they keep a low profile. See, they were watching the darkness, studying it, learning what made it tick. They already knew enough not to fuck with the darkness. So if they were going to move against it, they needed to be totally confident in their knowledge. I have to give them credit. The Brotherhood knew what they were doing. They accurately predicted who the next host would be. Swapping children at birth, they raised the host as one of their own. Then, when he came of age, they chained him to a table and tortured him to death. This is the blinding sun. One of these was inserted into each of his eye sockets, gouging out each eye in the process. Each device was then slowly expanded until it shattered his forehead and cheekbones. This was the first of 12 tortures. The darkness didn't manifest itself until the 4th. That means it took 2 more of these unspeakable acts before the Brotherhood could be certain they had the right guy. That doubt didn't even slow them down. These are bad people, Jackie, and they have it in them to be a whole lot worse. What you're holding is the very first artistic... You know... No. Whoa, hold up! Oh.